As students new to the college life, we sometimes get lost between work and play, engaging in the onslaught of fun that comes with being on our own instead of burning ourselves in our books to make reaching our long-term goals a much easier task. We are constantly faced with the decision to choose between work and play. That requires us to choose fun or study. I myself struggle with this decision on a daily basis. What I like to do and what I should do are normally far from being the same thing. I find that what I dislike will lead me closer to my long-term goals in the end, if only I can turn away from the fun opportunities that surround me. I like living alone, making money, and of course spending it. And I dislike reading, deadlines, and waking up early. My career goal is to become an equine veterinarian, but after hearing my previous statement, it is clear that I will have to spend a lot more time doing what I dislike instead of what I like in order to make this happen. I like living alone because I do not have to clean up after anybody but myself. I don't spend any of my time arguing with siblings or roommates and don't have to wonder how my clothes mysteriously disappear. I like making money on a ranch training horses because that's something I enjoy. And when you make your own money, you can do with it how you please. And no one's there to tell you, you can't spend your money on this because it's yours. I dislike reading. I can probably count on one hand the number of times I've opened an instruction manual in my life. I also find myself reading through paperwork and contracts, looking for the places where it says sign here, and signing my name instead of reading what I'm signing. I also dislike deadlines. I don't like curfews or time limits. If you put a time limit on something, I find myself procrastinating to the last second to get things done. But out of all these things, I hate waking up early the most. My long-term goal is to graduate from Oklahoma State University in their College of Veterinary Health and own my own equine practice. I will probably work at a mixed practice for a few years until I make enough money and build enough client base to start my own clinic. I'm looking forward to being my own boss, making my own hours, and making a ton of money. Eventually, I would like to have a family, meet a good husband, have 2 kids, and a bunch of horses and dogs. My short-term goals is to be a kid, socialize, and have fun, and do all of this while somehow managing to enjoy life and do well in school, all at the same time. I would also like to complete 3 internships, one at an equine practice, one at a mixed practice, and one at just a large animal practice. My hobbies are working with horses and dogs. I like to train horses, and I like to ride on ranches. And all of these things I make money at doing, so it's a win-win situation. In the last 6 months, I've noticed myself making more decisions based on how they will affect me in my future instead of at the moment here and now. I have turned my nights out into nights in so that my performance the next day in school and work will not be affected. I think more about how I will be able to support a family and so that my kids will not have to work their way through college. I have recently set up an internship at an equine practice this summer, and I'm really looking forward to it. I do not want to make it to the end of my life and wonder why I didn't spend the time I needed to buried in my books instead and being out with my friends if I fail to reach my long-term goals. I suggest to everyone that you use your friends and family's experiences of success and failure and ask yourself, why have this when I can have that?
Thank you.
Very good, Shelby.
That was excellent.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good. That doing it